Right.
All right. So jump into 2023.
Right.
Well, we spent everything together. We did our first professional pictures.
2022. Right.
2023, we decided we were going to move in together for real.
I was about to say, this is when a lot of the real serious things started happening in the relationship, like moving in together, really future planning.
Yeah. So we decided that we were going to sell the house at the end of January. My old house at the end of January to get a house together.
Right.
So we started house hunting.
Which was crazy because we wasn't even married.
We wasn't married. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that.
He's walking by faith, dear.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's crazy. Now that I sit here and think about it, that was crazy.
I stay.
Okay, we're going to jump. So
what's your last name?
Turner. So what we did was we decided we were going to sell a house at the end of January. Right. From January to June, we were house hunting. We were looking at houses together.
Right. Now, in all seriousness, we were very, very serious about our relationship.
Yeah, we were absolutely serious about our relationship.
We knew
marriage was the end goal.
She already knew that. I say by the time I was 40, which was that year, it was going to happen.
And October 19th, he turned 40. Had we not been engaged and or married October 20th, we're going to have to reevaluate our relationship for sure. And now I didn't say that out loud and say, oh, you got this amount of time to propose to me or marry me. No, but I did have that date in my mind as to...
Because that's what I said.
That's what you said. Right. And I said, okay. Right. He got until then. Because mind you, it's been since 2019. I'm sorry. It's been since 2000 that I was in love with this man. And here we are 20 years later. In 20 years, you should know.
A lot can happen in 20 years. So mind you, it was our relationship very, very serious. Marriage was in view, family, moving forward, doing everything.
Yeah.
And this wasn't just some arbitrary thing, like we're still trying to figure it out. No. So like she said, from January to June, house hunting, all of that stuff.
And he bought me a dog.
And I bought her a dog that year.
It
was Puppy at the time, Prophet, who is, one of the greatest additions to the Turner household. But when we get...
Don't let him hear you say that.
No. Won't. But when we jumped during that house hunting period, of course, and even before, she was sending me rings and all that stuff.
And he didn't respond.
I never responded because it was one of those things where it's like they all started looking the same. They did.
I would send him rings and he wouldn't even give it the thumbs up
because I knew she would be upset. That would
he gave me a thumbs up. I would have been mad.
Right. So it's like
you could have been like, "Oh, that's a beautiful ring. Is that the ring that you're interested in? I'll keep that in mind."
Sure, why not? Whatever. So finally, I'm going to say around June, like late June, I just wake up one day and be like, all right, babe.
June 25th. June 26th.
These dates. So we wake up one morning and I say, babe, we're going ring shopping. She was like, for real? So
he said, when we was walking out the house, he said, I'm not buying your ring today. We're just looking.
I did say that.
And I'm like, okay, like, that's fine.
I did say that.
So we went and looked at a couple stores and they sized my finger. They sized his finger because we didn't know each other's ring sizes.
Right. Up until this point, I had never bought her a ring.
And you had no reason to.
I had no reason to because,
Because we too old for promise rings.
What? Yeah. We ain't doing that. So this was the first time either of us had knew any ring size or whatever.
June 26th.
Right, June 26th. So we get to the store and everything. Like she said, we go through a couple stores. So I think it's about the third store that we get to. And, just browsing. By the time, I ain't even gonna lie, by the third store, I'm like, oh my God, I'm ready. I'm over it. I am over it.
And I didn't want a ring that looked like everybody else's ring. I did not want a ring that, though the budget was crazy. He gave me a budget. And I was just like,
unsure.
It was realistic. I would much rather him give me a budget than him go broke or put us in a crazy financial situation because he's trying to prove a point.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I was gonna get a $50,000 ring, and he was just like, $50,000. Who you think you, Chelsea Carter?
$50 million? Who you think you got, Chelsea Carter? $50 million.
Chelsea Clinton.
what she was thinking. She's like, baby,
Anyway, so we went in the store, the last store, and I saw my ring.
And she's like, ooh. Now, mind you, she didn't say ooh in none of the other stores. So I'm like, oh, we got a potential client. So they start sizing her finger, and they put the ring on her and all this stuff. I'm like, you like this one? She's like, I really do. I've never seen one like this. So I'm like, all right.
And
cool.
I say it kind of looks like a flower.
And I'm like, all right, get out.
That's not how that happened. I said, you talk to the man. I'm going to go get iced coffee. So I was going down to Cinnabon to get an iced coffee. And he called me back and was like, he wants to measure your finger for himself. And so I come in and I'm like, we just did it in 2 stores. Like, tell him he wanted to do it for himself. So while I'm there and the man is measuring my finger, he's putting his card in the machine to pay for the ring and the band. And I said, what are you doing? He said, I just bought your ring and your engagement ring and your wedding band.
Did.
And I said, so it's not gonna be a surprise?
No.
He's like, no. And I'm just like, so when are you gonna propose? It's like, probably in Vegas.
Probably in Vegas. And I'm like, oh shoot. At this point, Vegas is less than a month away. Right, because that was the end of June.
That was June 25th.
Right, and we were in Vegas. It was about 2 weeks after that.
July 13th.
Right. 2 weeks after that, we're in Vegas, one of the, biggest award shows that I've been to at that time. And, it was a big year for us.
I'm sorry, July 12th. You're going to get these dates right. July 12th, we went to Vegas.
So, whole Stella's week and everything there. This is the big year, finally showing up as a producer, not just as a musician. So, mind you, in her mind, this proposal was happening within how many days were we in Vegas? 4 days?
Yeah, ish.
4 days-ish. She's like, in these 4 days,
I'm getting engaged because the man said that probably in Vegas. I already seen him get the ring. He went back.
I had the ring.
The man said, oh yeah, come back on Tuesday or something. Like 2 days later. And it was a Thursday because we went on a Tuesday. So it was a Thursday. Come back on Thursday. It'll be ready. I said, oh my gosh.
She got mad because the ring was sitting on my dresser in our room.
Because why would you put the ring on the dresser where I can see it every day and it's not on my finger?
I didn't want to lose it.
That's crazy. It was just sitting there for months, child. So
it wasn't even months.
It was. You bought it in June. You didn't propose until September.
But
that was months.
I took it.
That was months.
I took it to Vegas.
That was months. Anyway, so I already did a story time on this, so I'm going to talk about this really, really, really fast. If you want to know about the story time, you can go on our Instagram page, Life at 11 a.m., and you'll see the 3-part series I did on the engagement and how this happened. But we were in Vegas. It was 1,000 degrees. I'm just looking at it. It was 106. The high for the day was 111. The excessive heat warning. I took a screenshot of it. Yeah. And I'm in Vegas with a lace closure weave with a full face of makeup every single day because at this point he's going to propose. We go to all these events. He's going to propose at one of these events and I can't be caught slipping. I switched to press-ons so that every day my nails will be fresh. And if I broke a nail, I could just easily fix it to be prepared for this proposal.
When you did start wearing press-ons.
That's when I started wearing press-ons because of you.
That's
crazy. And you didn't even propose. And then, so we go to all these events. I'm like, okay, he ain't proposed yet. He said, okay, so if we win, I'll probably propose then. I'm like, okay. So the day of the pre-show came up. We didn't go to the pre-show, but they won like 2 awards at the pre-show. And we're in the
lobby of the hotel.
Where the pre-show was. And I'm just like, we coming from Fridays.
Right.
We coming from Fridays. And I'm like, he about to propose to me next to these breadsticks. And I'm going to be so happy.
Next to the breadsticks? Why would I propose next to the breadsticks?
Because we was there. Like, I don't know. But anyway, so every day I'm full makeup, full glam every day. Because I'm not gonna get caught slipping. So the day the main show comes up,
right.
I get up at 7:00 in the morning. 7:00 in the morning, and I'm making a TikTok, and it's gonna be my boyfriend's proposing to me. Come with me, get ready for me to get proposed to. And
sorry.
That's crazy. It's crazy. So then look. So we go to the award show and the seats are like this. Like we are cuddled up. So he wraps his arm around me and I'm leaning into him and I feel a box in his pocket. It's a square. And I'm like, oh, he got my ring. It's about to happen. They about to say Zacardi Cortez. And he gonna win. And you gonna go up on the stage, propose, and it's gonna be epic. This man pulled out his battery pack to charge his phone. It was not the ring. It was not the ring, y'all. And we at the award show over. We go to the back. I'm like, okay, he gonna propose. He gonna propose. He didn't propose in the back in the green room. And then we went to the after party. Kirk Franklin, Israel Houghton,
John McReynolds and Ty.
McReynolds, everybody's there. Pastor Mike is there.
We sitting with Dana and Brian Courtney.
Mike Todd and his wife. Like, Brian Courtney Wilson is in the section with us. Mary Murray is up at the top. Like, everybody. We're in the room. We are in the room with gospel's finest. And I said, this man saved the best for last. He's going to propose to me at this party. It's going to be so good. No, he didn't propose at the party. And I was hot. I glued lashes to the bottom of my eyelid. I glued lashes. Like, pissed. I used so much hairspray. Even in 115-degree weather, I still had curls at the end of the night.
Woo. You look so good, though.
But y'all, how would I tell you? I was hot, and I was trying not to be a party pooper because it's a big moment. Regardless if I got proposed to or not, this was still a big moment. They won 5 awards that year.
Yeah,
they won 5 awards that year. This was his first big, producing job like that got recognized by the masses. Like, y'all probably hear this song and I'm sure a lot of you know that he produced it, but a ton of people won't even know until now. Anyway, so yeah, I was trying not to be a party pooper, but I was really disappointed. And I'm not the type of person who will sleep in my clothes. Like, I put on pajamas every night. I do not fall asleep in my clothes under any circumstances. That day when we left that party and we went back to the hotel, I slept in my clothes.
She got fully dressed.
Bag at the door. I'm ready to go.
Jeans, J's, hoodie.
I'm ready to go. Take me home. Because why you bring me out here not to propose to me? And I even offered for us to get married at the Elvis Chapel,
which was right across the street from the hotel. So mind you, I did not propose in Vegas.
He did not propose when we came home, because when we came home,
the very next day we came home, we went to closing for the house.
I
did not propose at closing.
He literally had like 30 days from the date he did propose, which was September 19th.
So yeah, it was just regular, random Tuesday. Nothing special about the day at all. So took our daughter to school, then, made a little sneak trip to go get some breakfast. Came back to the house and said, babe, throw on some clothes. And she said, what? So, she threw on a little $10 Walmart dress. And it's one of my favorite dresses ever. A little black $10 Walmart dress. And she threw on some black socks and some J's. I said, babe, let's go. But before we go, I got to blindfold you. She said, what? I got to blindfold you.
He came upstairs like looking around. I'm like, what are you looking for? He's like, you got a blindfold? And I'm just like, what? A blindfold? Okay, so I gave him a scarf, like one of my long scarves.
So I blindfolded her and then just put her in the car. Now, mind you,
he blindfolded me upstairs, by the way.
Blindfolded her upstairs. So put her in the car, and we're driving around. But I purposely pull in the parking lot and just do like 10 donuts in a row so she's confused. So, I drive out to the beach. She still has no clue where we are. So I tell her to sit in the car. Don't peek. Can I trust you to peek? She says, all right, I'm not going to peek. Da, da, da. I go do my little setup, have everything set up on the beach. I go back to the car to get her. So then I'm like, I tell her,
Like, take your shoes
take your
off.
shoes off. We gotta walk. We gotta walk. We gotta
And
walk
now, mind
somewhere.
you, I'm listening to what is going on. I don't hear anything. I don't hear water. All I hear is bugs. I don't hear water.
It was
I don't
literally
hear
a perfectly quiet day.
It was literally. I heard nothing. I heard like this boom from like
a dump truck or
like
something.
a dump truck or a dumpster or something like that, but not anything that would give me an idea where we were.
Mm-hmm.
So I had on shoes, and then he tells me take my shoes off and my socks. So he takes off my shoes and my socks, and we're in grass, and I'm just like, Lord, please don't let us step in poop.
I made sure we weren't stepping in poop. So we're walking through the grass.
And it's kind of like wet and moist.
Yeah, because it's still like early in the morning. This is still like before 10 o'clock. So we're walking down and, next thing you know, it goes from this moist grass to this dry, warm sand.
Hot. It was hot sand.
Hot sand. So she's like, what the heck the hell?
I'm like, what is going on?
So take the blindfold off. Mind you, she's already at this point been blindfolded for almost 45 minutes.
I have no idea. I had no idea of time, direction. Like my senses were just completely muted, and it was the most insane thing.
So we take the blindfold off, and she's squinting like, "Oh my god!"
I couldn't see because it was bright. Like the sun was beating down on me. At first, it was kind of like you could tell we were in like a moist place, and then we went from shaded, moist to hot and direct sun.
Mm-hmm. So once the blindfold came off, she focused her eyes. It was a nice little breakfast spread out, and if you go to our 11 a.m. page, you'll see the spread or whatever. But,
I can insert the picture.
Yeah, but we had a nice breakfast and, she's like, oh, this is so nice on a regular day, But why are we here? What's the point?
I didn't even ask him that. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy. We did have breakfast, and I was kind of like, okay, what is going on? Like, we just came to have breakfast on the beach because we were just sitting there and nothing was happening. So we were walking by the water really, really quickly. Not like running by the water, but we were
like a stroll.
There. Yeah, we were strolling on the beach.
Stroll.
It was cool. And then I was like, okay, nothing's happening. So I went to sit back on a blanket and started throwing rocks at the water.
Right. So mind you, while she's throwing rocks at the water, I'm trying to be inconspicuous. I have the ring in my pocket. She doesn't know. So I'm like, I need to kind of stage this so that way we can look like we found something special on the beach and it'll be her ring. So, I find a good spot to place the ring in the sand where it's not going to get sucked up by the water or be in the dry part. It's going to be like stick right there. So as soon as I place the ring in the sand, I stand up to look in her direction and she hurls this rock in my direction. And she wasn't trying to hit me. I promise she wasn't trying to hit me. But, if
I was trying to hit him, he would have been hit.
But it lands literally right next to the ring that I just placed in the sand. So I'm like, yo, she playing with me. Like,
I had no idea.
She had no clue. So mind you, I'm like, babe, did you see where your rock just landed? She like, what? I said, you see where your rock?
No, it's a beach and it's a ton of rocks.
I'm like, babe, look at your rock. Where is it? It's right there. Where?
Like,
that rock right there.
That's cute.
And then she finally notices that it's her ring in the sand. She
took
literally
my ring and put it in the dirt.
So then,
Crazy.
Went through the beautiful proposal because I wanted it just to be me and her. So that way there was no fanfare and all that stuff to get in the way. It was just a moment that me and her could only share, which was wonderful.
I did. And the proposal was beautiful. And then we got back to the car and was just like, we're engaged. Like,
mind you, she had on a black Walmart dress, no nails done, no makeup, nothing.
I had braids.
And you look beautiful. So what happens as soon as we get home? This
nails
happens.
done. Weave put in.
It's a whole photo shoot going on in the house by the time I pick the kids up from school. It's
photo shoot, not the same day. It was like, it wasn't the same day. I got receipts. Don't worry. It was September 23rd.
I proposed to you on
the 19th.
Okay, 4 days later. But the transformation happened in 4 days. Engagement photos, all that good stuff there. And that is where we were officially engaged. So by this time, this is September.
Yep.
So, October's getting ready to come up. And mind you,
we get our marriage license October 4th.
Go get our marriage license October 4th. And I think in less than a couple days after that, I went back on tour.
No, we went to the Doves. We went to the actual Dove
Awards. Dove Awards that year.
He invited me to go to the Dove Awards in 2019 and didn't take me to the Doves.
Close enough. And then after the dubs, we come back home, and that's when I go on tour,
Yes.
right? So mind you, we talked about a date, and my thing was, she knew this from the rip. As soon as I'm engaged, I did not want a long engagement at all.
Yeah, because we weren't planning on having a big wedding, so there's no need to be engaged for a long time.
Right. We didn't want a whole long, drawn out engagement. So really, the time in between September 19th and our official wedding date, which was November 22nd,
Yep.
you know, it was a beautiful engagement. I enjoyed that short little 2.5 months.
Yeah, and most of the time he was on tour. Right. And then you came. I had my bachelorette party that Saturday, the 18th, the 19th. You came home. We took our Christmas pictures with the kids and our engagement photos. Well, what we use as our engagement photos.
Right.
And then a couple days later, we were married. We went and got married the day before Thanksgiving.
The day before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And then that's how the Turners became the Turners.
Yep. That's it. That
timeline. So, you know, it was a beautiful journey, and we're still living off of that journey.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's some amazing things happening, and we just wanted to give you an introduction into the space, so that way you all would know where everything else is stemming from. It didn't just happen overnight. It's been a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of learning. You know,
we took some big losses.
We had
some big wins.
Some great wins.
Yeah.
You know, we've had some great additions to our village, and you know, we've had some great losses. But through it all, we've found our rhythm of making the Turners what they are.
Yeah,
you know?
And we are probably, though we have like our serious moments, we're probably the most unserious.
Absolutely.
It's just not about to be super serious, because it's already enough serious stuff going on. So
absolutely,
when we step in here, I feel like we've made this our safe haven, where we can just really just be ourselves, where our kids can be themselves.
Right.
And we'll get further into our family dynamic in the next episode, but there will be, you know, times where we let you guys into our space, as far as behind the scenes, getting ready for the holidays, getting ready for everything. We'll end up talking about our fertility journey, and getting our babies
and full-blown entrepreneurship that's the thing, because once again, as couples, those are conversations that you really have to have to know, is that going to work for where we want our family to go. You know, it's a lot of faith moves, and what I will say is I'm glad that both of us have strong foundations in our faith, and you know, who we believe in and what we believe in, and it's really God, it's Jesus. It is Jesus Christ. He is Lord.
Don't ever want that to be questioned ever. So though I think this is it. So the next, if you guys of course have any questions, if you want to ask us anything, clarify anything, if we missed something that you was like, wait, what happened to, just let us know. I'm going to insert as many pictures as I can to help, you know, with the story. And like I said, like you said, our next few episodes will be more so about how we blended our family and, you know, more as far as our journey moving forward. So, of course, follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, on here, on YouTube. Make sure
you hit that subscribe button.
Please subscribe. Please share.
Yes, please share.
Interact with us.
Absolutely.
You guys asked for more of us, so here we are.
Right. You know, you seen the silly side on the shorts of Instagram and everything. So, you know, once again, it's a journey we want you to take with us, and I'm glad that we decided that we can do this.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so once again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, follow us on all social media platforms.
Life at 11 a.m.
Life at 11 a.m.
And that's pretty much our first episode. But also wanted to say that's where 11 a.m. came from, because that's a question we did get a few times, where the 11 a.m. come from. So we got married in November 11, and a.m. is April and Morgan. Yes. So 11 a.m.
So that's all that is.
So thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank y'all.
We love you so much. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Bye.
Bye.